I honestly didn't think about a sunroom at all until we went to the home show and we saw the ProSunroom display, and there were other displays there as well, and then we walked into this one and we just decided that we needed to have this. We honestly didn't even look at sunrooms until we walked into your room. If you would have asked me if I was going to put a sunroom on this house, I would not have ever thought about a sunroom. It would have been an addition. When we saw this display at the Home and Garden Show, we knew immediately this is what we wanted. We honestly had no idea.
No.
We never considered a sunroom.
No.
Never considered a sunroom.
Was something, we're going to Home and Garden Show. To be honest with you, we went because we wanted to update our roof. And unfortunately, we had a bad experience with a contractor before this that ran off with our money. So, and he was one of your smaller companies that, you know, around that do things like the home repair. So we trusted him, he ran off with the money, so we were going to the Home and Garden Show to check out roofs and siding and everything else. And like we said,
and this sidetracked our whole.
Yeah, we got sidetracked.
This was
It was a perfect location. They had it right up, real big. Everybody was walking in and out. They had a nice table in the middle of it. It was fantastic. It was wow, and everybody went by. Yeah. So it also wowed us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good. It's been a great process. I mean, the final product, everybody's wowed about it. For everybody that comes over, can't believe it because it's just such it's more of an addition. It's not just a sunroom. It's not just a four-season room. It's part of the house. It looks like it's been here.
It's not perceived as a traditional canned sunroom.
Yes.
This is an addition.
Yes.
It's more than a sunroom.
With luxury, lots of luxury.
Yeah.
We were going to put an addition on the front of the house and add a bedroom for Chance. So they all have their own kind of rooms in the house, big enough. And then when we went to the Home and Garden Show and seen the ProSunroom design and layout and everything, because it was all there, me, her, and my son, we all at the same time said, this is it.
This is what we want.
This is what we want. Nothing different. Everything in here is exactly what we want. And it was kind of all together, and we never really thought about it. And then we
it was an impulse. It was an impulse.
Yep, it was definitely an impulse buy. And but we talked to one of the representatives of ProSunroom, and right away they came right out. And next thing you know, there we are, a beautiful place.
That part was we were amazed. Honestly, the response time, yeah.
The 3D rendering that they gave us and showed us was absolutely, to be honest with you, other than seeing this at the Home and Garden Show, was the
seeing it with our house,
with the house all connected, was something that it made you more confident in what you were doing and, you know, going forward and building it.
Because we couldn't visualize what it would look like on our home until we had the rendering. And I was impressed with the efficiency. We went to the Home and Garden Show, I think on a Saturday. We had an appointment, I believe it was Monday or Tuesday, and we had the ball rolling from the initial visit.
Yes, the ProSun representatives were out here right away with ideas, talking over, you know, financial packages, everything. Everything was kind of moved really quickly and really nice and smooth. It was easy.
ProSunroom managed the process for us.
Very well.
Guided us through all the steps and what to expect and along the way.
Actually, it was not as much as you would think. It was
the value of what this room gives us aesthetically.
Doesn't even.
We really got everything we wanted.
And more.
And more.
And more. Well, really not that much. When we went to and seen it, and when we talked to a ProSunroom representative, it actually was way less than what we even thought we could do and afford. And we got way more than what we actually paid for, from, you know, just aesthetically and just family-oriented kind of room. So it's been a fantastic investment, and
the value far exceeds our investment.
Not even just financially, just everything. First of all, you're always scared when you get into, you know, taking out loans or actually getting into payments and so forth. But it was really smooth. ProSunroom introduced us to their financial lady. I don't know if we can say her name. Vicky. Her name was Vicky. She was fantastic. She contacted us right after we got done with a representative from ProSunroom. Set up a time, came out, and once again, it was like we've known her forever, and she was probably part of the family at one point.
And she also offered other additional financial advice as we moved through the process, which was really, really nice, because we didn't know what the process was for doing a project like this. You know, did we need to have money down? Where did we start? Did we go to our own bank? Did we go to your bank? She laid out the entire process for us and guided us through that process from start to finish.
And we totally understood our budget and knew what we needed to pay each month, and kind of
Worked with us.
just made it happen. It was fantastic. Actually, when they showed up for the first time, they were, first of all, their personalities were bubbly and great. Like, they were cool. Like, they were definitely somebody to get
They made us
personable
feel
with.
comfortable.
Yes. So, like, we didn't know them from ever before, and you felt like you had friends from the get-go. So it was nice to trust them. If you weren't here and they were doing the work,
Very
you didn't have to
trustworthy.
work
They were very
everything. Yes.
trustworthy.
So
I felt comfortable leaving, you know, having to be at work and having them perform their the installation while I was away. I felt very comfortable with that.
and it went very, you know, they followed each other. So one knew what the other one was doing, so they kept an order pretty well of, you know, constructing the whole
They were
thing.
coordinated
Yes.
pretty well. You know, we wanted a deck on the end of the room. We realized we have these two sliding glass doors, and a deck wasn't part of the original package. So we introduced a little scope creep to ProSunroom, and they were very accommodating, gave us some ideas, gave us a new rendering, and then the deck came to life, and you know, via the rendering, and they brought it to fruition. So
I was going to do the deck myself, but after seeing the craftsmanship that they've done, I figured, let the pros do it.
So we're having our annual end of summer party. We're pretty anxious to have everybody, all of our friends and family, see the room for the first time. There's only been a handful of people who have actually seen it, and it's fun to watch their reaction when they walk in the front door and get a shot of this room. It's the first thing they see, and everybody just says, wow, they love it. So
But they also get, I mean, the last time they seen it, there wasn't nothing here. So this
Yeah.
is, you know, when they come down, when they pull down the street and they see the corner of the building and they're not, you know, the new construction, they're not 100% sure what's there. So it kind of keeps on surprising them as they go, and then they get it's like opening a present. They open the front door and it's wild factor.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. The warranty that they give with the ProSunrooms offers is
lifetime.
lifetime.
Yeah.
So there's no worries. It takes all the weight off of the homeowner's shoulders and all the financial burden, and just lets you enjoy the room and lets the work up to them. It's fantastic. Well, I would definitely recommend ProSunroom to anybody that would ask.
Thinking about doing
and
this.
Thinking about doing this, absolutely. Because from start to finish, it was a smooth transition. If there was something that we added in, they made accommodations and made it work. They made it happen. Even if it was driving to Ohio a few times to get some parts. And
they went out
of their way to make sure they went ahead and got that material and brought it in. It was installed. And
I also think, you know, having gone through the sunroom process, if I hear anyone saying that they're looking to put an addition on, I might say, why don't you check this out instead? Why don't you look into a sunroom? It'll, you know, the Four Seasons rooms are amazing, and you'll get more for your money putting a Four Season room on.
From ProSunroom. If anybody was considering looking into a sunroom, that if, you know, set up an appointment, and people are more welcome to come in and see what it's really like. It's one thing, like we were wild at the Home and Garden Show with the design and the layout, but it's one thing to see it from there to a 3D rendering to actually seeing
living in it,
and people living in it in actual space. It's
pictures
amazing.
do not do this room justice.
Absolutely not.
I'm actually trying to talk him into getting ProSunroom to come out and put another sunroom on to build my home office. So
So that's something we're in the process of.
Yeah.
See your home in a whole